Said you change, said you never hurt me again. But I've heard that song before. I know how it's gonna end. You stand there with your tears stained face, expecting me to fall from grace, expecting me to take you back, to cover up your every track. Cry me a river, build a boat. Cry me a river, get a flow. Cry me a river, again we'll see just how much you mean to me. Which is nothing, which is less than the tears upon your dress. Cry me a river, cry me an ocean. I'm done with your devotion. You cried when I first met you. You cried when I held you tight. You cried when you were leaving. You cried into the night. But tears are just a weapon now, a tool to make me bow to your will, to your way. I'm not falling for it today. Cry me a river, build a boat. Cry me a river, get a flow. Cry me a river, then you'll see just how much you mean to me. Which is nothing, which is less than the tears upon your dress. Cry me a river, cry me an ocean. I'm done with your devotion. I've cried my own river, you know. I've cried enough for both of us. Now it's your turn to feel the flow. Now it's your turn to make a fuss. So cry me a river, cry me a sea. Cry me a river, but don't cry to me. I'm building a dam, I'm building a wall. I'm not gonna take your call. Cry me a river, all the way to the shore. I don't love you anymore. I don't love you anymore. The forecast said a storm was coming. I smiled and pulled my coat on tight, because the rain would hide my crying. No one would see me in the night. I walk for blocks, I walk for miles, letting the rain mix with my tears. No one could tell the difference, no one could see my fears. Crying in the rain, crying in the rain, letting heaven hide my pain. Crying in the rain, washing away everything you did today. The thunder covers up my screams, the lightning flashes through my dreams. Crying in the rain, crying in the rain, hoping I won't feel again. I passed the cafe where we met, I passed the park where we would sit. The rain was falling harder now, but I just couldn't quit. I wanted it to drown me out, I wanted it to There's a daisy growing in my garden where you used to plant your seeds. It's small and white and fragile, bending in the breeze. You gave me daisies on our first date, subliminal innocence and new beginnings. Now they grow where you once stood, bending in the rain. I'm a daisy in the rain, bending but not breaking. Daisy in the rain, taking what it's taking. Petals wet with tears from the sky, wondering if it's strong enough to survive. Daisy in the rain, daisy in the rain, just like me, feeling the pain. I water it with my own tears. I watch it through the window pane. It stands so straight, so proud, so brave. It's daisy in the rain. It doesn't know that you're not coming back. It doesn't know that love can fade. It just keeps growing towards the light. Bending but not breaking. Daisy in the rain, taking what it's taking. Petals wet with tears from the sky, wondering if it's strong enough to survive. Daisy in the rain, daisy in the rain, just like me, feeling the pain. One day the rain will stop. One day the sun will shine, and that little daisy will remind me that I'll be just fine. Daisy in the rain, you taught me how to bend. Daisy in the rain, you taught me how to mend. You taught me that the rain will pass, that nothing fragile has to break. Daisy in the rain, daisy in the rain, I'm learning from you, for goodness taxi's waiting at the curb. Your bags are by the door. One last chance to change your mind, one last chance to restore. But I see it in your eyes. You've already said goodbye. Your body's here, but your heart's gone, and I've got to be strong. So don't look back, don't look back. Just walk away and don't look back. Don't let me see your face again. Don't let the pain begin again. Don't look back at what we were. Don't look back, don't make it worse. Just keep walking, keep on going. Don't look back, keep on flowing. Away from me, away from us. Don't look watching you walk away. I'll be strong, I'll be brave, I'll let you have your way. So don't look back, don't look back, just walk away. And don't look back, don't let me see your face again. Don't let the pain begin again. Don't look back at what we were. Don't look back, don't make it worse. Just keep walking, keep on going. Don't look back, keep on flowing away from me, away from us. Don't look back, don't make a fuss. The door closes, the engine starts. You're driving out of my heart, and I'm still standing in the door, wishing I could love you more. But you didn't look back, you didn't turn. You gave me nothing in return, just the memory of your back, walking away, not looking back. So I'll learn to do the same. I'll learn to not look back at pain. I'll walk forward, I'll be free. I'll be the best version of me. I reach for you in the middle of the night, the way I always did. But where you used to be is just an empty space I bid. My arms close around nothing, they hold the empty air. They hold the ghost of what was, they hold the empty despair. Empty arm despair, empty arm despair, reaching out for you that's not there. Empty arm despair, empty arm despair, the cruelest kind of care. To wanna hold someone so bad and find the space where love once had. A home, a heart, a place to be. Now it's just empty arm despair for me. I used to trace it back at night, feel your breathing slow. Now I trace the empty sheets and let the sadness grow. I'll learn to hold myself at night. I'll learn to be my own light. Empty of despair, you're teaching me to be complete, to and it's big without you here. A vast and empty sea. I sleep on just one tiny side. The rest is memory. Your pillow still holds the shape of where your head would lay. I press my face into it at the ending of the day. Empty bed echoes, empty bed echoes, calling out your name. Empty bed echoes, empty bed echoes, nothing stays the same. The mattress remembers how you felt. The sheets remember how you melt into me, into us. Empty bed echoes, dust to dust. I move to your side sometimes, just to feel where you would be. But all I feel is cold and flat. All I feel is me, alone in a bed built for two, alone with thoughts of you, alone with echoes in the night, alone with all my might. Empty bed echoes, empty bed echoes, calling out your name. Empty bed echoes, nothing stays the same. The mattress remembers how you felt. The sheets remember how you melt into me, into us. Empty bed echoes, dust to dust. One day I'll get a smaller bed. One day I'll move on. One day the echoes will be dead. One day you'll be gone. From my heart, from my mind, from every single kind of memory, of thought, of place, I'll finally erase these empty bed echoes. I'm letting go, I'm learning all I need to know about sleeping alone and being fine, about making peace with what is mine. Peaceful sleep, sleeping, but fine. You whispered promises in my ear, said you'd always hold me near, made me believe in forevermore. Then you walk right out the door. They were made of glass, those words you said, shattered when you turned and fled. I'm still picking slivers from my skin, from the place where you've been. Fragile promises, fragile promises. You gave me things that were never real. Fragile promises, fragile promises. You taught me how not to feel. You said forever, you said always, you said that your words are words of smoke. Beautiful but insubstantial, lovely but not substantial. You meant them when you said them though. That's what makes it hurt, you know. You believed it in the moment, true, but moments pass and so do you. Fragile promises, fragile promises. You gave me things that were never real. Fragile promises, fragile promises. You taught me how not to feel. You said forever, you said always, you said love would find a way, but forever lasted just one day. Fragile promises blew away. I'm learning how to make my own promises carved in stone, not to others but to me. To be the one I need to be, to promise myself I'll survive, to promise myself I'll thrive. No more fragile promises, fragile promises. I'm building something that is real. No more fragile promises, fragile promises. I'm teaching my own heart to feel. I'll say forever, I'll say always, I'll say love will find a way, but only when the words hold weight, only when it's not too late. Fragile promises, I'm leaving you behind today. Leaving you behind, building something that will last. You brought me roses in December, when the world was cold and white. You said they'd last forever if we kept them in the light. But I left them in the window on the coldest night of year. And when I woke the next morning, frozen roses were all I could see, my dear. Frozen roses, beauty trapped in icy poses. Frozen roses, just like our love, I suppose. They look so perfect, look so bright, until they met the frozen night. Frozen roses, the coldest side of my heart knows. I tried to thaw them by the fire, I tried to bring them back, but frozen things once frozen through just shattered, crack and lack. The petals fell like tiny tears upon the floor below, and I just stood there watching, letting the sadness grow. Frozen roses, beauty trapped in icy poses. Frozen roses, just like our love, I suppose. They look so perfect, look so bright, until they met the frozen night. Frozen roses, the coldest side in my heart knows. Some things can't be unfrozen, some things are meant to and that it makes amends with itself for itself, for putting love on the shelf. Frozen roses, I'm letting you go. I'm learning all I need to know about flowers and frost and letting be, about becoming the best version of me. Frozen roses, thank you for the bloom, thank you for the frozen gloom. Now I'm ready for flowers that last. I'm ready to forget the past. New roses, new love, new me. Put on our song from long ago, the one we danced to in the snow. I close my eyes and take your hand in this imaginary land. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm dancing with a memory. You spin me round, you pull me close, but you're nothing but a ghost. We're dancing a ghostly waltz, moving to the music of our faults. Round and round the empty floor, pretending you're not out the door. Ghostly waltz, holding on when I should pause. You're leading, but you're not really there. Just cold, invisible air. I rest my head on your chest when nothing beats, when nothing rests. I hear the music in my mind of the love I left behind. The song ends, but I keep on swaying, keep on staying, keep on praying that you'll materialize for real and let me finally feel we're dancing a ghostly waltz, moving to the music of our faults. Round and round the empty floor, pretending you're not out the door. Ghostly waltz, holding on when I should pause. You're leading, but you're not really there. Just cold, invisible air. But the music stopped months ago. I just didn't wanna know. I kept the record spinning round on the same worn out ground. I'm lifting up the needle, making my decision final. No more ghostly waltz. I'm done dancing with our faults. I'm stepping off the empty floor. I'm walking out the door. No more ghostly waltz. I'm learning to stand still and pause, to feel my own 2 feet on ground, to hear a different, sweeter sound, a different sound. No more, no more ghosts. me grapes from your own hand in the vineyards of this land, sweet and juicy, full of life, while you were sharpening the knife. I didn't see the anger there, hidden underneath your care. I didn't taste the bitterness growing in your caress. You were the grape of wrath, sweet on the outside, bitter on the path. I drank your wine and got so drunk on love that slowly, surely sunk. Grape of wrath, you took my heart and showed your scars, but the scars were just a guise for the anger in your eyes. Vineyards dry and dead now. I don't even know how we got from sweet to sour in less than an hour. You crushed me like a grape, you know. Let all the anger flow into a wine I couldn't drink, that pushed me to the brink. You were the grape of wrath, sweet on the outside, bitter on the path. I drank your wine and got so drunk on love that slowly, surely sunk. Grape of wrath, you took my heart and showed your scars, but the scars were just a guise for the taste the fruit before I put down any root, to check the soil, check the vine before I make the love mine. No more sweetness covering up the bitterness inside the cup. So grape of wrath, I'm letting go of all the anger, all the woe. I'm planting my own vineyard now with love that doesn't know how to be anything but true, to be anything but you. Grape of wrath, you taught me well to recognize the lies you tell, and next time when I taste the wine, I'll make sure it's truly mine. Truly mine. No more just sweet wine. You told me half-truths all alone while looking in my eyes. You said you loved me, said you'd stay. Goodbye. You never quite lied, but never quite told the truth of how you felt. You kept me guessing, kept me hanging, while your heart slowly melted. Half truths and goodbyes. soul. Half truths and goodbyes, half truths and goodbyes. The story of our lives. I'm fine, you say when you weren't fine. I'm happy when you were sad. You built a wall of half-truths that drove us both quite mad. And when the truth finally came out, it was too late to say our love was buried in the lies and in the half-truths that you gave. Half-truths and goodbyes, half-truths and goodbyes, falling like rain from the skies. Half-truths and goodbyes, half-truths and goodbyes, the only thing you ever supply. You gave me pieces, never the whole. You gave me a body, never a soul. Half-truths and goodbyes, half-truths and goodbyes. The story of our lives. I'm done with half of anything. I want the whole, the full, the everything. I want a love that tells the truth from the very first day of you. Half-truths and goodbyes, I'm letting you go. I'm learning all I need to know about honesty and letting be, about becoming the best version of me. Half-truths and goodbyes. Thank you for the test, thank you for teaching me to rest in my own truth, in my own light. Half-truths and goodbyes, I want this fight. Old truth, hold me. You kept my heart inside a cage. You wouldn't let it fly. You said it was to keep it safe, but that was just a lie. You wanted to control it, you wanted it to stay. You wanted it to only beat for you in your own way. Heart in a cage, heart in a cage, beating with frustration and rage. Heart in a cage, heart in a cage, locked in a gilded cage. You held the key, you held the lock, you held my heart around the clock. Heart in a cage, heart in a cage, the cruelest kind of ways. I rattled at the bar sometimes, I tried to break on through, but every time I get close I end up back with you. Because your sweet talk, you promised that soon you'd set me free, but you never came, and I remained in your captivity. Heart in a cage, heart in a cage, beating with frustration and rage. Heart in a cage. I'm saying goodbye, heart in a cage. You're free at last, released from the past. Heart in a cage, thank you for the fight. Thank you for teaching me about light. Now I'm ready to soar and sing. Heart in a cage. I've got my own wings, flying free. Play me like a chess piece, move me all around. You never let my heart find peace. You just push me down. Was your pawn, you were the queen in this game that was so mean. You sacrificed me for the win. Let the hurt begin. It was a heartless game, playing with love was your aim. You never cared about the cost, about the love that you just lost. Heartless game, heartless game. I was the one to blame for staying in it way too long, for singing your sad song. You moved in silence, made your plans with your heart in your hands, but your hands were cold as ice. Your love was not so nice. You checkmated me in the end, left me with no king to defend, just a board of empty squares and all my silent prayers. It was a heartless game, playing with love was your aim. You never cared about the cost, about the love that you just lost. Heartless game, heartless game. I was the one to blame for staying in it way too long, for singing your sad song. But games are meant for playing fair with people who actually care, and you didn't care at all. You just watched me fall. Now I'm taking my pieces back, getting my life on track. No more heartless game. I'm not playing, I'm not the same. I'm walking off the board for good. I'm done with being misunderstood. Heartless game, you're through with me. I'm finally breaking free to find a love that's played with heart, where both of us can play our part. Play your part. mistakes in the past. You took my heart and stretched it thin. Let the damage in. I try to play a different tune underneath a different moon, but every note came out so wrong since you've been gone. My heartstrings snap, heartstrings snap. There's no going back. The music that we used to make was nothing but a fake. Heartstrings snap, heartstrings snap. My poor heart has been attacked by the force of your goodbye, by the tears I cried. I try to tie them back together in this lonely rainy weather, but they just fray and fall apart. Like my broken heart, the melody is out of tune. Underneath this lonely moon, I can't find the harmony that used to live in me. My heartstrings snap, heartstrings snap. There's no going back. The music that we used to make was nothing but a fake. Heartstrings snap, heartstrings snap. My poor heart has been attacked by the force of your goodbye, by the tears I cried. But heartstrings can't be really strong, you know. With someone who won't let them go, with someone who knows how to play in a gentle, loving way. And I'm ready to be played again by a true and honest friend. So heartstrings snapped, I'm letting go of the pain of the war. I'm finding someone who will play in a gentle, loving way. Heartstrings snap, you taught me well to recognize the lies they tell. And next time when they start to play, I'll make sure they're here to stay. Here to stay. Heartstrings snap, I'm tuning up again. I gave you my time, I gave you my youth, I gave you my heart, I gave you my truth, I gave you my days, I gave you my nights, I gave you the dark, I gave you the lights, I gave you my body, I gave you my soul, I gave you the power to make me whole, I gave you my trust, I gave you my all, I gave you my hand to catch when I fall. I gave you everything, everything I had. I gave you everything, and it turned out bad. I gave you everything, my whole heart and soul. I gave you everything, now I'm left with a hole. I gave you everything, everything I could. I gave you everything, I thought you understood. I gave you my secrets, I gave you my fears, I gave you my laughter, I gave you my tears, I gave you my dreams, I gave you my plans, I gave you the power to hold my hands, I gave you my future, I gave you my past, I gave you the love that was meant to last. I gave you my all, I gave you my best, I gave you my heart and let it rest. I gave you everything, everything I had. I gave you everything, and it turned out bad. I gave you everything, my whole heart and soul. took it all for granted. I'm still standing, I'm still enchanted with the fact that I could love so deep, with the promises I'll keep to myself, to my own heart. I gave you everything, but now I'll start giving everything to me. The best love there will be. I gave you everything, and I'm okay. I gave you everything, I found my way. I gave you everything, but now I'm free. You come to me when I'm asleep, promises you always keep. You hold me close and call my name, everything's the same. We walk on beaches, hold hands tight, everything feels right. We laugh and talk just like before, when you were out the door. In my dreams, everything is what it seems. You love me still, you're still here, you never disappear. In my dreams, nothing is as bad as it seems. We're together, we're okay, living for the day. But then I wake up to the light, and everything's not right. You're not there beside me, and my eyes can't hide the tears I see. The pillow's cold where you should be, just a memory of a love that was so real that I could almost feel. In my dreams, everything is what it seems. You love me still, you're still here, you never disappear. In my dreams, nothing is as bad as it seems. We're together, we're okay, living for the day. But dreams are just a temporary fix, a bunch of mental tricks to help me through the night until the morning light. And I'm learning to live awake for my own sake. So in my dreams I'll visit you, but I know what I have to do is live my life in the real world, where my flag is unfurled. And in my dreams you'll always be a part of my history, but my reality is now, and I'm learning how. In my but not in my life anymore. In the weeping hours of the night, when the world is fast asleep, that's when I let the tears fall down. That's when I let them weep. In the darkness, all alone, with nothing but my thoughts. That's when I miss you most of all. That's when the pain is raw. In the weeping hours, in the weeping hours, when the night has all the powers. In the weeping hours, in the weeping hours, that's when my heart devours itself with grief and with regret. In the weeping hours I can't forget. In the weeping hours, in the weeping hours, the saddest of all the hours. The clock ticks slowly, marking time that doesn't seem to move. In the weeping hours, every minute feels like I have to prove saddest of all the hours. The weeping hours don't last forever. Morning always comes, and I'm learning that the weeping is where healing comes from. In the weeping hours I found my strength. In the weeping hours I went the length. In the weeping hours I learned to be the best version of me. In the weeping hours, thank you for the tears, thank you for these. Now I'm ready for the laughing hours, I'm ready for the happy hours. My phone rings in the middle of the night. I hope it's you, I hope it's you, but it's just a wrong number, or a friend I never knew. I miss the way you'd call me, just to hear my voice. I miss the way you say my name and make me feel a choice. Late night calls, echoing against the walls. Late night calls, close my eyes and pretend that everything is right, that you're still here, that you still care, that you still wanna talk, that you still wanna hear my voice on a late night walk. I'm letting you go. Late night calls, I finally know that you're not gonna call again. I'm learning to mend. Late night calls, thank you for the sound. Late night calls, you're not around, but I'm okay, I'm doing fine. Late night calls, you're not mine. Sleeping peaceful. I've cried a river, cried an ocean, cried enough to fill the sea. I've cried enough tears for you to last an eternity. But I've reached my limit, reached my end. I've cried my very last tear. Done with mourning what we had, I'm done with all the fear. No more tears, no more tears, no more crying through the years. No more tears, no more tears, no more hiding from my fears. I'm drying my eyes, I'm lifting my head, I'm getting out of this lonely bed. No more tears, no more tears, I'm done with all the tears. I'm putting away the tissue, I'm throwing out the sad songs. I'm putting on my big girl pants and proving that I'm strong. I'm taking back my power, I'm taking back my life. I'm done with being the victim of all our love and strife. No more tears, no more tears, no more crying through the years. No more tears, no more tears, no more hiding from my fears. I'm drying my eyes, I'm lifting my head, I'm getting out of this lonely bed. No more tears, no more tears, I'm done with all the tears. Tears have the place and they've had theirs. Now it's time for joy and smiles. I'm stepping out into the world, I'm walking for miles and miles. No more tears, I'm finally free. No more tears, the best of me. No more tears, I'm moving on. No more tears, my new life's done. No more tears, thank you for the release. No more tears for the peace. in a room full of people. I'm the only lonely one. Everyone is laughing, having so much fun, but I'm just going through the motions, smiling, nodding, faking inside. My heart is breaking inside, my soul is aching. Only lonely, that's me. And only lonely, the one. And only in a crowd of happy faces, I'm lost in empty spaces. Only lonely, the queen of all the lonely places. They ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm doing great, but inside I'm dying. Inside it's getting late, late for healing, late for moving and letting go. But I just smile and tell them what they wanna know. Only lonely, that's me. And only lonely, the one. And only in a crowd of happy faces, I'm lost in empty spaces. Only lonely, the queen of all the lonely places. One day I won't be only lonely. One day I'll feel the joy. One day I'll be the happy one without you to destroy. Only lonely, but not for lonely. I'll be strong. I'm finding my way. Only a brighter day.